All praise is due to Allah. We praise Him and seek His aid and forgiveness. We seek refuge in Allah from the evils of our souls and the evils of our actions. Whomsoever Allah guides there is none to misguide, and whomsoever Allah misguides there is none to guide. I bear witness that none has the right to be worshipped except Allah, alone, without any partners, and I bear witness that Muhammad is His slave and messenger. This is a presentation for those who are open to research the truth about Islam and follow accordingly. It is also anticipated that the viewers have heard enough from the so-called experts on Islam and would like to find out for themselves the true reality of the affairs. The sole desire here from our part is to help the viewer navigate through the web of falsehoods and propaganda so as to rectify our condition as human beings in this world and prepare for hereafter. Allah is the creator of the universe and all that exists. After creation He has not left it alone, rather He has full control of everything, its state of being as well as its existence. Not even a leaf falls but Allah knows about it. Allah can do anything that is not impossible, meaning either intrinsically impossible, such as creating a five-sided triangle, or else impossible by decree, mentioned in the Quran, or mutawatir hadith such as Abu Lahab going to paradise. Allah has no beginning or end. He is free of all imperfections. For example, He is not in need of His creations but the creations are in need of Him. He is separate from creation and can do each and everything without them. He neither begets nor is He begotten. Allah has more than 99 names. For example, He is the Lord, the planner, provider and sustainer, giver of peace and security. He is oft forgiving and merciful. He is all-hearing and all-seeing. He is the gatherer, reckoner, utterly just. He is the originator, giver of life and death. He is the light, the guide, the friend, patron and helper, the truth, the reality, all-encompassing. He is supreme, all-wise. We do not name or qualify Allah except with what He or His messenger has named or qualified Him without changing their meaning, ignoring or giving resemblance to creation. Allah created the souls of all the children of Adam together, but they are to inhabit the earth in turn. Before their arrival Allah creates the body for the soul just as we create a shirt for the body. This body is again recreated for the soul prior to Day of Judgment and eventually lands in paradise or hell after reckoning. Allah creates the body in ideal proportion, in stages. In the mother's womb till He sends an angel to blow the soul into the body exactly 4 months after the inception. The fetus worries about neither the world nor the value/type of milk. Note that it costs billions of dollars to make a factory to make a microchip which is millions of times less complex than a human being. Yet Allah creates this person while the mother is unaware how it's created. Allah sustains the person throughout life with innumerable blessings which are taken for granted. Just consider the food. If all the technocrats of the world are given 1,000,000 years to create a single grain of food out of some atoms, they will not be able to do that. This world is the dominion of Allah. He made it habitable and then spread it out all sorts of amazing food and drink and things of beauty and pleasure. Allah then brought us to this great banquet to see how we treat ourselves and treat Him. He endowed us with intellect and free will, and shared with us some of His qualities and attributes, though He kept certain qualities and attributes exclusive to Himself. In general, Allah made this world as an abode of trial and respite, but hereafter an abode of mercy and retribution. He wants us to live this life according to His deen to gain success. This was the message of all the prophets. With the passing of prophethood of Muhammad, this deen means following Muhammad as our model and his companions, the rightly guided community for emulation at times of trial or ease. Their lifestyle is certified to please Him and bring peace and success in this world and next. Any other way will lead to humiliation and corruption in this world and eternal disgrace and damnation in the hereafter. Everything in this universe fulfills a purpose and is temporary by design. Before the hour, all believers will pass away due to a flu and Quran will be lifted. Then the blowing of the trumpet will usher in the destruction of the systems of the universe upon the worst people ever lived, such as those who copulate in public. With the final blow of the trumpet, people will gather in body and soul. Unbelievers will walk on their heads, a mark of humiliation. People will be so worried that even parents will deny children and vice versa. Doers will receive their book of deeds in right hand, rejoicing, while evildoers will receive their book on their left hand, utterly distressed. Everyone must cross a bridge over the hell, sharper than the sword and thinner than the hair. Deeds will be weighed rather than counted. The law will question people about their deeds in this world. The body parts will speak when their lips will be sealed. The law will enter into paradise with this mercy all those who have an iota of belief in their heart, even if it means after some punishment. The disbelievers will enter hell to remain there forever. Their skins will be recreated to receive the punishment again and again. The fire will be intense and serpents will be venomous. A moment in hell will make them forget all the comfort they had in this world. They will wish they returned to rectify their condition, but to no avail. In paradise the believers will enjoy an entertainment from the Most High. They will be able to see Allah live forever in extremes of pleasures, mansions with rivers flowing underneath, company of damsels, for men, or a handsome male consort, for woman, wines which do not intoxicate will be served, a single fruit will have a multiple taste, a permanent relief from worries, to name a few of the blessings. In fact, the pleasures are beyond imagination. Sharia stands for the collective laws of Islam, including such diverse matters as beliefs, values, rituals, manners, justice, social and economic interactions. With the prophethood of Muhammad all previous Sharia have been abrogated. Sharia rulings, derived from systematic intellectual endeavors, are subject to variation, change or mistake, and thus non-binding. However, all Muslims must follow an ambiguous text of Quran, Hadith and consensus of the companions of Muhammad and scholars of the pious predecessors. This Sharia is a Sharia of moderation, just as this Ummah is a Ummah of moderation, and there is no compulsion in Deen. Deen is not just about knowledge. It is about following wholeheartedly what Muhammad came with, and the companions were a community of people who lived by that standard. The Ummah of Muhammad is the last Ummah with one Allah, one Qibla, one book, one Prophet and one Sharia. It is the best Ummah ever raised for mankind. It enjoins good, forbids evil, and stands for truth and justice. The Ummah undergoes trials and tribulations to rid itself of impurities and to set it right. The companions of Muhammad were tested in Mecca and in Medina until they were ready to spread Islam throughout the world with their health, wealth and lives. Muslim way of life is preserved through divine preservation of texts and meaning of Quran and Sunnah. Islam is revived periodically. Its message, embraced by many nations, gave birth to many lasting empires, for example, Umayyad, Abbasid, Seljuk, Mali, Safavid, Mughal, Ottoman. They promoted justice, equity, learning, science and technology, and global trade and commerce. The masses of the Ummah will become weightless due to it distancing itself from its true objectives, yet Allah will support and bring about a victorious group from them in all generations till the hour against his enemies. Some of the signs of the end times: Islam will enter every type of dwelling in the world. It will either honor it or disgrace it. People competing in constructing tall buildings. Time will pass quickly. Ignoble one will speak. Arabia becomes green. Conquest of Constantinople. Movements to corrupt woman will appear. Usury will be widespread. Homosexuality will spread. Musical instruments will be played on the head. Imam Mahdi will implement full Sharia. Jesus will destroy all the crosses and kill the Antichrist at the gate of City of Blood. At the time of Ya'juj and Ma'juj, Jews will return to Jerusalem. Ya'juj and Ma'juj will spread all sorts of corruption throughout the world due to their military and technological power and influence, but Allah will destroy them. The only way to success is to return back to Allah with firm intention and devotion. We must cut all forms of distraction and sinful acts. Learn the deen from those who are on deen. Always referring back to Quran, Sunnah and the ways of Khalifa ar-Rashidun and the rest of the companions of Muhammad. But do not be hasty in censuring. Enjoining good is easier than forbidding evil. We must not create more evil by trying to get rid of lesser evil. Give what is due to those on authority. Respect the law of the land. Be an ambassador of Islam. Know that demonstration and protests are not from Sunnah, so do not put innocent and simple-minded people to trials unnecessarily. Khilafah and unity are two of the blessings from Allah's blessing for this ummah. We must rectify our belief and actions to earn it. Reorganize our lifestyle to meet the demands of deen. When you call to righteous deeds, opposition is inevitable. Then help each other to have patience and remain steadfast, seeking only the pleasure of Allah. Sacrifice your rights and serve others. Guard and take tangible steps to strengthen collective and individual beliefs. We are accountable to our use of all senses of perception, time, wealth and intellect. Never rely on your circumstance and strength, however weak or strong. We need Allah on our side to gain victory. Always remain vigilant for insincerity, breaking commands of Allah or neglect of Sunnah. Know that jihad has multiple meanings, combat and non-combat. This word has been used in Meccan surahs. If jihad is all about killing, why Muslims didn't kill all the polytheists after the conquest of Mecca or other lands? It was Orientalists who translated it as holy war. The effort which rectified the condition of the Muslims of Mecca and Medina 1400 years ago is what is required now to rectify our present condition. Actively participate in the efforts for our own self-preservation. Allah will strengthen our beliefs, give us guidance and wisdom with correct worldview, inshallah. If we give dua to others, then it may or may not bring results, but we are not responsible for guidance, and it is one of our duties as the best ummah. Dua must begin with Shahada. In these days of corruption on the internet, even a child must be able to articulate values and creeds of Islam clearly with Quran and Hadith to remain steadfast in deen. They need to know the errors of various prevalent false beliefs and slogans, religious or otherwise. Dua should seek to turn attention from creation to the Creator, from temporary to permanent, from this world to next, from materials to good deeds. Follow trustworthy scholars. Never direct your tongue against them, their blood is poison. Avoid groups who rely on secrecy as their primary modus operandi, easily get infiltrated, may have ulterior motives. Extremism fails inevitably, avoid cowardice as plague. Be aware of foreign imports in Muslim countries, especially TV, banks, internet pornography with agenda to defile Muslim youth. Harem food and drink, feminist movements, which resulted from inhuman treatment of women in Europe. Freedom, this is a deceptive slogan. In Muslim countries it only led to corruption and further enslavement. Philosophies, Europe needed it to fill the vacuum when Christianity was relegated to private space, etc. Try to do every action according to Sunnah and your life will be 100% deen. If you intend to earn worldly benefits, even deeni work will turn into worldly. Never corrupt the work of deen for mere worldly benefits. If you did that, then how will your effort change the world for better? It does not befit a Muslim to concern himself about the worldly stuff over hereafter. Finally, everything said in this presentation is given in brief and without references. That's why viewers are earnestly requested to download and read the book, Notes on Entering Deen completely, and feedback if need be. May Allah forgive us, guide us and help us. Amen.